In this video I'm going to show you how to assemble and install the Riptide Transport Rack to the back of your truck. All the parts that you're going to need to do this are included with the Riptide SL. For my vehicle I'm using the T-Dual T-bar mount. This is so that I can mount two carts on the back of my truck at the same time. I'm also using this Curt adapter here that will give the Riptide cart 4 more inches in height when I mount it to the back of my truck. My Nissan Frontier rides low to the ground, so I notice that on some driveways and some dips the cart hits the ground. So this will ensure that the cart doesn't hit the ground while I'm going over those kind of obstacles. First thing we're going to do is install the release handle. It's this orange handle right here. You're going to need this part here. You'll see the caution. You want to turn it on this side here. We're going to stick the orange handle right through here. We're going to pull this up and put the handle through the hole. So the next step in the instruction is to attach the transport rack to the Riptide cart and to put this bottom bracket on. This is the correct direction for the bottom bracket. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over so I can get the bolts on. Okay, go ahead and hand tighten this part here. Leave it a little bit loose. We're going to go ahead and attach it to the Riptide cart itself and kind of adjust it. You want to make sure that this part of the release handle sticks in about 1/4 of an inch. If you need to, you can use a rubber mallet to tap it through. Okay, once you have that through, go ahead and tighten this on the back. You make sure you want to have it on there tight. This will hold the release handle in place. Okay, I'll take this in and slide it under. Latch it on like that. Pull up on it. And now you want to pull this end up to the cart like this. Pull on the release handle to get it over. And snap it on. Now I'm going to go and tighten a nut on the bottom bracket here, now that I have it on the cart. Now we know it's going to fit no problem when you go ahead and latch it to the back of the truck. Go ahead and pull up on this bottom bracket. Go ahead and tighten these nuts up. I'm going to go ahead and use my hands to hand tighten them first. Yes, I'm using a 19mm. Go ahead and tighten it. Okay, now that you have that tight, let's go ahead and release it, and I'll go ahead and mount it to the truck. Okay, now you're going to take this piece here and slide it into your receiver. And the transport rack comes with a pin, but I'm going to go ahead and use a locking pin. And I recommend you just upgrade to this locking type pin. Slide it in. Put this end on. Lock it. It's just some added security. So no matter if you install it in the center of your receiver or on the side here, like on this T-bar mount, you're going to have some wobble here. To prevent that, Riptide includes this anti-wobble plate. Go ahead and put it on here like this. Slide the U-bolt on here. I'm going to go ahead and get the nuts. I'm going to use a 15mm to tighten them up. Tighten this side up. Now you see with that on there, I'm shaking it right now, and there's no movement at all. That's what you want. Okay, now we're going to mount this part here. You want to hold it like this. You want to grab a U-bolt. I'm going to use the 2 higher ones. Okay, now let me get the nuts. Now you have to play with this to get the right height. You don't want it too high because then you won't be able to get the cart off without tilting it back too far or lifting it up. You want it high enough off the ground so you're not hitting everything while you're driving with the cart. I'm going to mount mine at the highest point here. Again, I have the extension here to give it 4 more inches of height. My truck is pretty low. Okay, we want it to be as level as possible, so I'm going to go ahead and use this here to make sure that it's level as I tighten the bolts. Okay, now that it's level, I'm going to go ahead and tighten these up. I'm going to make sure this is good and tight. You don't want this moving. So if everything is correct, the cart should go on there nicely. And I'll show you from this side how I got the cart on. And release it. Simply push it up to here. Once it's over here, you pull up on the handle. It snaps on. And whenever the vehicle is in motion, you want to make sure you have the safety pin in here. But I preferred using a regular lock. Stick the lock right here like this, and the lock will act as a safety pin. So that's the assembly and installation of the Riptide Transport Rack. It's very easy. InyoPools.com is a proud sponsor of swimming pool tips and have been helping pool owners find the right pool parts since 2001. With over 50,000 pool parts in stock, order online today and have your parts delivered right to your door.